Guys, we are back again for some more little builder figures. This time it's going to be 6 of the 12 Kre-o Micro-Change Combiners from Hasbro, which you can pick up here in a giant set from Big Bad Toy Store, if you so wish. Again, links below here, and you can click on places to go here and there. Like I say, we're only going to have a look at 6 of them so far, and in the next part we'll have a look at the other 6. So, let's get on and see how these little minifigs do for transforming and for their quality compared to the first run of Kre-o that we got back a few months ago, I suppose, at this point. So, let's get straight to it. The first 6 of these Kre-os we're going to have a look at today are the Insecticon, Inferno, Rampage, Quickslinger, Hook, and Bludgeon. All of them have a very nice distinctive look to them, while they all share the exact same body, so they all have the exact same kind of articulation. So here are all 6 of them, and with each you get a Kre-o brick. Of course, with Kre-o on the front there. I made it into this little pyramid, because I'm pretty awesome like that with my building skills. What's interesting is this Kre-o thing on the front here is molded on, so it's got this nice little texture to it. Feels good. Bad thing is, on the back we have all that code, which is at least smooth, but it's really unsatisfying to look at it as a brick. But we'll pick out one of these guys in particular, just to have a look at, and let's have a look at the Insecticon, because he's kind of boring on his own. It's worth mentioning that all of them do have a weapon, which pegs into the hand. Articulation-wise, these guys are on a ball joint for the shoulders, so can move in and out a bit, and they turn all the way around, as you would expect. We have a waist joint here, but it has some problems. It goes all the way around, but as you twist, it loosens itself, which is kind of annoying, especially when you're doing stuff. These are on ball joints as well, so they can go out forwards and back, so way more than the little Lego man can, and in and out. Oh, and the hands are on the little joint as well, so they can move inwards, and the head is obviously on a peg joint and can turn around all nice as well. But we'll pop the head off, and one problem is some of these are a little tight or a little loose, so they sometimes don't come as you'd like them to. Underneath the body part here we have obviously some chest painted detail, which is really nice and does have a little bit of a problem with Kre-o, that you have to have these body parts over the top, and covers up these quite nice paint jobs, but I have a way around that, which I'll show you later as we put him back together. Yeah, I will show you the rest of the images after we have a little look at his face here, because it's worth having a look at all of them without their body chests on, so you can see all the nice painted detail on all of these guys, because I really do think it's worth seeing. Each of these minifigs has a nice look to them. Quickslinger's okay. I much prefer Hook. I think Hook's got a really good head and chest. Bludgeon, again, nice skeleton head, and the samurai armor is always cool. Rampage, his head's a bit silly, especially his hat, but his chest is good. Inferno looks pretty good, I would say. Got no issues with Inferno, and the Insecticon doesn't really invoke Insecticon feel, but still, I think it's quite nice. And I did mention there was a way to get this effect, because as you can see he's got his hook on his back without this little armor bit, and that's due to this little Lego piece I put on his back, which serves as the same kind of thing but without having to cover the chest. It does make his neck a little bit longer, but you know, the effect is better overall. And I got this piece from this Star Wars Lego minifig, which you can still buy. It's the one with the cannon, I think. I can't remember the set, but just that one piece really helps, and I hear some of the future Kre-os are going to be coming with this, so watch out for them in the future. Here are, of course, 3 of the vehicle modes. I didn't want to show you transforming them because it's faffy and it's just me fiddling around, but Quickslinger is quite a nice little jet. He has major issues, but I do like the fact the wings work. He's got a semblance of a nose cone. Yes, he is essentially lying down on his face, but, you know, from the top, I'm fairly okay with it as a jet. It's not the best, but I can get around it. The Insecticon, I really do like the parts that they gave you for the head here, because you have to take the helmet and the head completely off and replace it with these 2 bits, so you can attach the horn on, and the horn does help with the bug aesthetic, and the little legs help as well. The problem are the arms and the legs don't really do anything. If you could have added something to the legs, maybe it would have helped, but this horn I do like, because it's a sword. It's a good way to incorporate his sword into a bug form. Rampage, he's okay, you know. He looks like an animal, but not entirely sure what kind of animal. It would have been nice if he could have used his sword here and maybe gave him a tail. That could have been quite cool. But again, not a huge issue. He is, again, just kind of turned upside down. I did turn his face around so you can't see his face from below, because, I think that helps. But for what they're going for, it's alright. Maybe turn around this bit as well. I don't know. Do what you like. It's like, it's Kre-o, so, you know, you have that option of fiddling around to make the mode you want. But let's move on to the next load. And he's Bludgeon in a tank mode, Hook in his crane mode, and Inferno in his fire engine mode. Almost forgot what it was there. Oh, silly Andy. Bludgeon's tank is probably the most disappointing out of these ones, I'd say. I couldn't turn his head around, so I just left it there. It doesn't really feel like a tank, and these parts are really loose. It's a nice colour, though. It's nice and bright, and I do like the turret, but it doesn't really scream tank to me. So I'll just put him to the side there, and he goes pew pew, because he's a tank. Hook, I don't mind. He could have done with more around here, maybe like a cab or something, but I like the hook gimmick there, and the wheels aren't too bad. Most of the, again, later Kre-os that we've seen from Toy Fair look a lot better than this. They have a lot more to them, but for a starting out point, you know, I can believe that this is a construction vehicle. Inferno, on the other hand, I like his ladder, I like his hose, but again, the front of the head doesn't really sell fire engine to me, and he is, again, just on his front. So a little bit disappointing there. I can't forgive it quite as much as I can Hook. One thing to mention is, you know, some people have complained about how these are just like lying down on the front. People forget Micromasters kind of did the same thing back in the day. You know, these were special Transformers that were small, like these. I mean, these have a lot less articulation to them, and these are designed to be building block toys, and Micromasters weren't, so I don't know what people wanted from these that get angry and say, oh, they don't transform very good, or they're very bitty. They are Lego people. They have a very specific aesthetic. I use Lego because, you know, minifig, whatever. They have that very specific aesthetic that they're going for, and I think they pull it off fairly successfully. The vehicles, you know, take them or leave them. Overall, I think if you fiddle around with these, you can get some really nice looking minifigs. Hook and Bludgeon, when you fiddle with them and give them some extra bits, you can make them look pretty funky. Overall, for what you're buying, £2 usually from any store, I think you're getting more than you would do a Lego minifig. And you can get a big case of these at Big Bad Toy Store, so why not head over to them and pick some up, because they are extremely fun, and if you can go halves with a friend on this, or however many you like, you know, you can spread the joy. Great party gifts, I would say, at the very least. So, of course, this was part 1. Next time we'll be having a look at the last 6 of this Wave 1. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope this was entertaining enough. Though Kre-o has a couple of problems still, I think it's getting better and better as it goes on. So let's continue the Kre-o love from here, I think, guys. Catch you later.